In today's video, I am so excited to share with you 12 amazing nutrition hacks that you can add into your day-to-day routine that will make a major impact. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica, and here on my channel, we focus on all things mom life. So whether that's cooking or cleaning or finding efficient and effective ways to take care of our families, but everything we do in this space does have a bit of a healthy twist, as I am a holistic nutritionist and a nutritional practitioner. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, I would love it if you take 2 seconds and open up the description box down below and hit the big red subscribe button. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm always looking for the most efficient ways to elevate my lifestyle and get the most out of everything I'm eating and drinking and consuming. So that actually inspired me to make this video. I took a look at the things that I do on a day in and day out basis that really elevate my lifestyle, that help me be the most healthy and thriving version of myself. And I put that together in today's video. So my first hack is such a good one, and it's so easy to implement, but that is to try a new recipe every week. It is so easy to get into a routine where we eat the same thing week after week. And that's why you should make it a mission to try new options as often as possible. So not only does this keep things interesting, of course, but it introduces your taste buds and your family's taste buds to new foods. Additionally, the different foods that we put on our plate all have different micro and macronutrients. So it's important to eat the rainbow and eat a plethora of different foods to ensure that we're checking all of the boxes and consuming as much nutrition as we possibly can. My second tip is to actually make sure that you're eating enough. When you're eating a diet that is mostly made up of plants, be sure that you're loading up on enough of them throughout the day. Plant-based foods, are lower in calories than animal-based foods, meaning that we need to eat more of them in order to feel satisfied and, more importantly, energized. If you're eating a plant-heavy diet, then you'll need to increase the portion sizes. So this actually leads beautifully into my third tip, and that is to use veggies as a base. So whether it's zoodles or cauliflower rice or something as simple as salad, using vegetables as your base is such an incredible way to really bulk up your meals. And if you're somebody that counts calories, which I really don't encourage, but then of course these foods are low in the caloric intake. However, if you're somebody who's really looking to amp up your nutrition, using these vegetables as a base is such an amazing way to really chock your body full of these phytochemicals. My fourth tip is to treat your fridge like a salad bar. I always say if I was Oprah Winfrey and I had unlimited resources, there would be 2 things I would do. I would have somebody vacuum my house every single day, and I would have them make me the whole food salad bar for me to have in my kitchen at all times. So I encourage you, instead of having your salads completely packed and ready to go in your refrigerator, treat your refrigerator like a salad bar. Having different things chopped up and ready to go, it really creates like a fun and creative space for me. I'm able to match and throw things together in a variety of vegetables, proteins, and carbs, along with some fats and some dressings like hummus or avocado dressing on the side. That way, every single day, while you may have the same ingredients prepped as sides, you can always get creative and toss together different recipes in your own salad. It only takes 1 or 2 minutes to grab the containers, throw everything in a bowl, and then before you know it, you have an incredible and different salad every single day. My fifth nutrition hack is to let your veggies rest. Now, I know this may seem like an odd concept, but there's certain vegetables like garlic and broccoli and kale that contain active enzymes. And when you have the chance and you chop them and you let them rest for a minute or two, it actually activates things like beta carotene in the body, in the skin of the produce, because you're creating oxidative damage. So it contains antioxidants like vitamin A and vitamin C, as well as zinc and sulforaphane and various types of phytochemicals. So when we damage these cells on the actual vegetables and we let it rest for 5 minutes or so, it actually increases our body's ability to absorb them. Speaking of absorption, that takes me to my sixth hack, and that is to pair vitamin C with iron. This is a really common one that you hear me speak about, but when you actually pair a meat based dish with a tomato base is properly combined for your body to absorb the iron that's in that red meat. So I think it's really vitally important whenever we're consuming something, whether it's spinach or whether it's red meat, to consume a little bit of vitamin C to help our bodies properly absorb the iron within the gut. My 7th hack is to develop a cook once, eat twice mindset. Anytime you're cooking, think about how you can make an extra serving of all of your recipes to use it as another meal. And I am somebody who is terribly guilty of this, but whenever I create extra portions, even if it's just of tossed vegetables that I've baked or slightly steamed on top of the stovetop, it makes such a huge difference. Or if I'm making my veggie stuffed pasta sauce, I make 2 servings and I freeze one. Likewise with chilies and soups. Having these ingredients in my refrigerator has been such a lifesaver, especially during quarantine. But sometimes I think like, well, I won't really feel like eating this tomorrow, but it doesn't have to be that quickly. It's something that you can make ahead of time and freeze, or even use a couple days later when you're running around and you're unsure of what to cook. But developing this cook once and eat twice mindset is truly such a game changer. My 8th hack is to embrace, if you have not yet, coconut oil. This honestly is one of my biggest secret weapons. It helps you lose weight. It kickstarts the metabolism. It's an incredible anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and antimicrobial tool. And also this fat is important for overall hormone health, brain health, and blood sugar balancing. So in the afternoon, if I'm having that craving around 3 p.m. for a sweet snack, I actually like to take a big spoonful of coconut oil, drop a couple cacao nibs on top of it, and eat that as a sweet snack. It totally satiates my craving, and more than anything, I'm actually getting extreme and incredible nutritional benefits. So speaking of fats and healthy fats, that takes me to my 9th hack, and that is to always combine fat, fiber, and protein in your meals. This helps balance your blood sugar more than anything else possibly could. You hear me talk about blood sugar a lot because it's extremely important for us women, and especially us mamas. We're running around throughout the day, we're grabbing food as quickly as we possibly can to keep up with our little ones, especially during these crazy times. However, sitting down and consuming meals with that fiber, that fat, and that protein is extremely important for your mental clarity, your energy, your sleep, your mood, and your overall hormones. Moving into my 10th hack, that is to make a daily smoothie. I just recently made a video on some smoothie mistakes that you could potentially be making and easy quick fixes, so I will go ahead and link that for you right up here in the cards. However, I talk about smoothies so frequently that I'm sure you're sick of hearing about them. I call them my insurance policy. It is the quickest and most efficient and effective way to get greens into your and your family's bodies, not to mention any of the super minerals and superfoods that we're also adding in that, whether that's your broccoli sprouts or it's your DE powder, or potentially it's your mushrooms and other teas that you're looking to get into your diet. Blending it all in a smoothie is the quickest and easiest way to up-level your nutrition in one delicious cup. Speaking of cups, this leads me to my 11th hack, and I'm wondering if it's something that you've never heard of before. And if you haven't heard of this hack, then you need to let me know in the comment section down below. And that is to actually put a lid on it whenever you're making tea. But did you know that when you steep tea and the steam goes off of your cup, you're actually losing some of those active constituents in those phytochemicals? Now, I am not great about this. It's something that I would say I do about 60% of the time. But when I'm steeping tea, I just put a little tiny plate on top of my cup for 1 to 2 minutes while the tea is steeping to keep those active components in my cup, so that when I'm actually sipping the tea, especially if it's something like peppermint, oolong, nettle leaf, ginger, those ones that have really extremely powerful anti-inflammatory benefits, I always want to be sure to keep those contained in the cup and thus consumed in my body. So if you've never heard this hack before, let me know in the comment section down below, because I hope that you find that one helpful. Moving into our 12th and last nutrition hack, and that is natural movement versus intense workouts. So in each of the 5 blue zones, people are not known for high intensity workouts for a long period of time. They're commonly known for venturing out and walking for extended periods of time, spending a lot of time outdoors, moving rhythmically. They're not really doing long endurance training. So the lesson for us is that we spend so much time sedentary, whether that's at our desks or at home with our family, that we really need to evaluate how we can add more movement into our daily lifestyle. So whether that's walking during the day at lunch, taking your kids out, perhaps taking on an outdoor hobby, whether that's gardening or simply running around in the backyard with your children, but finding that simple, slow movement versus that high intensity long endurance training is really something that you can do to help clear out the adrenal axis, thus flush fresh blood and fresh air through your entire body to really bring that mental clarity and overall immune boosting properties. I want to thank you all so much for being here today. And if you like this video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. It means a lot to me and to the YouTube algorithm. And then let me know in the comment section down below, what of these nutritional hacks are you most excited to try? And again, if you like this kind of content, I would love to have you hit the subscribe button. It's right over here on the screen now. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.